各位观众，大家好。
Welcome to the Ironclad Irrefutable Evidence Seminar Series. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and share this program. This is a critical issue related to the well-being and security of each individual, every community, and the entire society. Thank you very much for your attention and support. Today, we're going to talk about a death camp in China. On March 9th, 2006, Annie, a nurse who worked for Liaoning Thrombosis Treatment Center of Integrated Chinese and Western Medicine at Sujiatun, Shenyang City in China, fled to Washington, D.C. to disclose the Chinese Communist Party's, CCP, evil crime of live organ harvesting from Falun Gong practitioners to the Epoch Times. According to her, more than 6,000 Falun Gong practitioners had been detained in the Sujiatun Thrombosis Hospital. During a 2-year period from 2001 to 2003, her ex-husband removed more than 2,000 Falun Gong practitioners' corneas, and other surgeons removed their other organs after he finished. There were only over 2,000 people still alive out of the 6,000 before they left China. Both the Epoch Times and NTD reported the testimonies of 2 witnesses, Annie and Peter, who confirmed that there was a concentration camp in Sujiatun, China, where several thousand Falun Gong practitioners were being detained for their organs. The doctors there would harvest their organs while they were still alive.
My ex-husband and I worked at this hospital from 1999 to 2004. My husband was a brain surgeon, and he did surgery to remove Falun Gong practitioners' organs. I'm here to apologize to you on his behalf. I once heard my ex-husband saying that most of them were strong and sturdy, and they were still breathing when their organs were taken out. After their organs were removed, some of the bodies were immediately thrown into cremation furnaces and disappeared without a trace. My ex-husband once mentioned to his supervisor that he didn't want to do this type of surgery, but at the time, he had no choice.
On March 9, 2006, the Sujiatun concentration camp was exposed as part of the CCP's large-scale live organ harvesting of Falun Gong practitioners. 13 days later, on March 22, 2006, some officials from the U.S. Embassy in China visited that hospital, while being accompanied by some CCP officials. Afterwards, the U.S. Department of State's International Information Program, IIP, website released a document on April 14, 2006. According to this document, the U.S. Department of State said that visits had been made to the site mentioned in Shenyang City in the report by Falun Gong practitioners, and no evidence was found to support the allegations that Falun Gong practitioners were kept there or that organ harvesting was occurring. This nefarious case that shocked the world was downplayed in such a way. The victims were not rescued, and the live organ harvesting continued. The murderers were not fully investigated or held accountable, and the mainstream society didn't take any substantive action. It is one of the saddest and most shameful records in human history. The WOIPFG initiated an investigation of the Sujiatun case on the evening of its first exposure. On the following day, March 10, 2006, the WOIPFG issued a statement to form the International Committee to investigate Sujiatun concentration camp and begin a comprehensive investigation on major organ transplant hospitals and transplant centers in China. WOIPFG published the investigative report on the live organ harvesting of human organs from abducted Falun Gong practitioners at the Sujiatun concentration camp, Part 1 and Part 2, on March 14, 2006, and March 30, 2006, respectively. At that time, after we heard the brief introduction of what happened in Sujiatun, we were all very shocked and found it unbelievable. However, our investigation of the CCP's crime of persecuting Falun Gong had taught us that we must view this case with rationality. Although we could not confirm it, we shouldn't deny it either. So a prompt investigation without any preconceived notion was imperative. Therefore, we initiated our investigation on the evening of March 9, 2006. The first subject of our investigation was the Liaoning Thrombosis Treatment Center of Integrated Chinese and Western Medicine in Sujiatun District, Shenyang, Liaoning Province. At first, no special evidence was found. Soon after, we investigated the boiler room of the Sujiatun Thrombosis Hospital. A very unusual situation drew our attention. Our phone investigation revealed that a cremator was illegally set up in that hospital, and it was suspected to be used for burning corpses and destroying evidence. Let's listen to the audio recording of our telephone investigation on the hospital's boiler room. Subject of investigation, boiler room of the Sujiatun Thrombosis Hospital. Date of investigation, March 20th, 2006.
I heard that your boiler is not only for heating, but also for burning corpses, right?
Yes.
Well, I heard that when you burn those corpses, sometimes you would find some extra stuff. That is, you would find some jewelry, watches, necklaces, these things. Can I buy them, including your coworkers?
Who is this?
If you want, can we meet and have a talk? Is that okay, huh?
I'm happy to. I would like to.
Under normal circumstances, the cremation of corpses should take place in crematories. It is very strange to burn corpses in a boiler room of a hospital, and the boiler room workers would have a certain number of personal items of the deceased. This shows that they are not only burning the corpses, but also taking possessions of the deceased's belongings. It seems that the deceased's relatives would not claim them. This investigation let us see the reality of a horrifying picture of this issue. Subsequently, a comprehensive investigation started, targeting major organ transplant hospitals, transplant centers across China. For more than a decade, the subjects of our investigation and evidence collection have included 5 former members of the Standing Committee of the Politburo of the CCP Central Committee and a member of CCP top officials, including the former vice chairman of the Central Military Commission, former members of the Politburo, the former Minister of National Defense, the former head of the Health Division of the Logistics Department of the Central Military Commission, and 45 organ transplant department directors and surgeons from 41 hospitals. We have also archived hundreds of thousands of media reports, medical papers, hospital websites, and database information from 891 hospitals and 9,519 doctors across China. After conducting multiple rounds of searches and analyses, we have made some major breakthroughs. We have published more than 80 investigation reports, presented more than 730 investigative audio recordings, as well as several thousand pieces of data evidence. Now I will systematically present the main contents of our investigation in the last decade. The 2 most comprehensive and detailed reports are the following. WOIPFG Investigative Report on the CCP's state crime of harvesting organs from a large number of living Falun Gong practitioners. Summary. WOIPFG's comprehensive investigative results regarding the Chinese Communist Party's organ harvesting of live Falun Gong practitioners between 2015 and 2018. What was the CCP's reaction after the Sujiatun concentration camp for live organ harvesting from Falun Gong practitioners was exposed? Please watch our series, Episode 9, The Large Promotion of Rushed Organ Transplant After the Shady Crime of Live Organ Harvesting was exposed in 2006. In particular, please note that this is a worldwide unrestricted war without gunpowder. The CCP's crime of live organ harvesting from Falun Gong practitioners not only continues, but has spread throughout society. For example, in 2013, a 6-year-old child, little Binbin, in Shanxi, went missing. 2 days later, he was found with his eyes gouged out for his cornea. Dozens of university students in Wuhan disappeared for no reason in recent years, and countless children and women go missing every year. Live organ harvesting has become a threat to everyone. Perhaps, as we are talking, many kind and innocent people are being put onto operation tables for their organs. And also, many have been detained in dark prisons for many years, and their hearts, livers, and kidneys are waiting to be excised in an indescribably cruel way at any moment. How urgently they need rescue from the outside world. How excruciating it is for their parents, brothers, and sisters to bear the pain of missing their loved ones for years. Live organ harvesting signifies an unprecedented atrocity that has never existed on this planet. We cannot heartlessly ignore the fact that the Chinese Communist Party is ravaging and killing people. We cannot watch the CCP flagrantly destroy the bottom line of morality with lies, coercion, and financial lures that aim to silence and lead the entire human race to fundamental destruction without taking action. We urge everyone to like, subscribe, and spread the word about our program. Let your family, relatives, friends, neighbors, co-workers, and anybody else in your social circle know the facts of the CCP's mass organ harvesting from living Falun Gong practitioners. Please tell the whole world the truth and stand together to put a stop to the CCP's crimes against humanity. This is a critical issue related to the well-being and security of each individual, every community, and our entire society. Thank you very much for your attention and support.
感谢各位朋友，感谢大家的关注支持。
World Organization to Investigate the Persecution of Falun Gong, WOIPFG, was founded on January 20th, 2003. It is based in New York with branches in Europe, Australia, Asia, and Canada. WOIPFG's mission is to investigate the criminal conduct of all institutions, organizations, and individuals involved in the persecution of Falun Gong. To bring such investigations, no matter how long it takes, no matter how far and deep we have to search, to full closure, to exercise fundamental principles of humanity, and to restore and uphold justice in society. The principle of our investigation holds that those who have committed crimes shall be brought to justice. Individuals shall bear the same responsibility for their involvement in their organization's crimes, and those instigating the persecution shall bear the same responsibility of those who have physically carried out the persecution. We intend to uproot state-sanctioned crimes and safeguard human morality. The criminal conduct of all individuals within organizations, units, and departments involved in the persecution will be thoroughly investigated and brought to justice.